All right, so being an artist has its perks, let me tell you. And what I'm able to do actually is create birthday parties. I do a lot of events, I do a lot of everything. But my daughter's birthday is coming up and she wants to do a painting event. So I'm gonna show you guys how we do that, and also too, I gotta share with you this awesome note that she left of what kind of painting she wants to do. She put it, "Dear Daddy, I want a really light pink llama and a dark purple flower in its ear and a sunset in the back." So she was really specific, and I said, you know what, no problem, I'd be happy to do that. I can do whatever you want. So here we go. I'm gonna show you how to do this, and also we're gonna get a tutorial on this llama, but I gotta get changed. I gotta get my proper attire on, so let's do it. Happy birthday, Skylar. I love you so much. You are 8 today, and I am so happy for you. I hope you have a great day and can't wait to see how big you get when you keep getting older and older. You deserve a very special day, so happy birthday. Love you so much. Mwah. Oh yeah, the party is just getting started, and here we go. We are getting our colors ready, and as you can see, just starting off with that beautiful bright color. It's our brightest color, one of our brightest colors I should say. It is yellow. Oh yeah, what's coming up next though? Can you guess? There it is, bright red, just plain old red. But it really is a complementing color to our yellow. You'll see why, because on my plate, it looks like now we've got mustard and ketchup. Yummy, yummy for, nope, not for your tummy. You don't want to have any of that to eat. That's paint. Ugh. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab another color. What is it? White, yeah. Look at that. We're gonna do the cap. And so this is acrylic paint. Acrylic paint is very user-friendly. I like to use it all the time. It really helps, and it also lets our painting dry very fast. So I've got all these colors right on my plate. I've got my big flat brush. All right, mine might be a little bit bigger than yours. I'm using a 16 by 20 canvas, but feel free to use whatever size you've got. So I'm putting a little bit of red right on those bristles, right on the end, and across the top, I'm gonna go back and forth, kind of the side to side motion, and just get a feel for this paint, this acrylic paint. Now you can see I'm kind of going at a little bit more of an angle You can do this sometimes because it makes your painting look a little bit more interesting by angling, doing a different angle. Whoa, look what I just did. I took that same brush and put a little of that bright yellow and mixing it in with my red, and that creates an orange. Look at that beautiful, vibrant color that I'm doing that angle, brushing back and forth just below my red. I'm keeping some of that original red showing, but now I'm just going just below the red and just coming down and doing that awesome, fun little angle. And again, we're doing the background first. That way you don't have to outline every single detail. I went ahead and put a little bit more yellow right on my brush. It's okay if there was orange still on there, but as you can see, it brightens it up a little bit once you put that yellow, that bright yellow on there. Believe it or not, this is going to get a lot brighter. Look at that. Whoo-wee, that is some good bright yellow. But as we continue down, I actually put a little bit of plain white on that same brush, and there was yellow on it, and look at that white. It brightens up the painting. It still adds a little hint of color as you go back and forth at that angle and you start to head to the bottom. Now you can decide whether you want to put a little bit more yellow in your brush or a little bit more white. That's up to you. That's the best part about being an artist, is that you get to decide what you want. And we're going to go all the way down to the bottom. It's just about that time. We're gonna mix some white and a tiny bit of red to make pink. We're gonna start making our llama coming right up. But before that, we're gonna take a little bit of a breather. All right, I've got a fun game. It's called Quick Draw, and you'll see exactly how we do it at our events coming right up. Oh, and that's my Skylar. That's all right. You'll get it next time, I promise. I bet you're going to do it. You're getting good and quick at that. So, as you can see now, I'm starting on my llama. I'm using that light pink. So you can see it's almost white. And I'm just making a real flat, like an oval. A real flat oval. Take a look at that. And I'm just going to fill it in with that light pink. And I want you to see this because I think this is probably one of the easiest things to do when you're trying to paint something is break it down in simple shapes. All right, so this is my first shape. It's kind of like a long, skinny oval. And then I'm going to start making my other shape. Watch this. There we go, to the side. And then we're going to come back over. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to color that in. That's right. Nice. Way to go. Look at that. See, I'm just making simple shapes. And then I have to make one big last simple shape for its body. Its back legs. Look at this shape. See, it's kind of like the half of the other oval. And then I'm going to fill that in. Okay, here we go. I added a little bit more red into my light pink, making kind of a darker version. And since I added that first base layer already, this pink really makes a big difference. You can see the more color now coming out. I'm filling in the entire llama. Wherever you see the white, fill it in. Now I'm going to start painting the back legs. Okay, so I just added a little bit more red to my light pink, making a little bit more of a fuchsia color. Okay, so it's like a dark pink. And then I just added these simple little legs just in the back. Another big step in making this look like a llama is adding some pink ears. Just a couple little ovals right on top of the llama's head. They almost look like horns, but those are actually his ears or her ears, whatever you want. So just after the ears, I'm making its face with just a little bit of plain white. You can see that, just a circle. And now I've got this beautiful green. I'm like, wow, that's such a different color. So I'm gonna put some of that on my plate. And we've gotta make something for this cool pink llama to stand on. And I'm gonna do that with this bright, beautiful color, green. I'm gonna take my flat brush. So you can see I've got that nice flat brush. This one's a big brush, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of green on the end of that brush, and I'm gonna make these little spikes. I'm gonna start in the bottom and just kind of push up very quickly, very lightly with my brush, not using a ton of paint. And then I'm just gonna add another layer behind it of these little spikes. It gives a little bit of depth, and it also gives us the illusion now that our llama is actually standing on something. Hey, great job on your grass, but now we gotta be really careful because we are about to use a color that can really impact your painting very quickly. We're gonna be using plain black, and I'm gonna go ahead and switch up some brushes here. You can see I've got a small brush, small flat brush right there, and I'm just gonna be very careful with this color. Here we go. Watch this. I'm gonna make his little llama nose by just making kind of a little triangle on top of that circle. And the triangle is actually pointing down. All right. right, now I'm making a line. Go from the triangle just to the bottom of the circle. And now I'm making a smiley face line right where that line connected. So take a look. I got my upside down triangle, a line that goes down to the circle, and a smiley face. Now I'm going to start on the llama eyes, which are just circles. What you want to do is start small, and then you can start making your eyes bigger. But start small with a little eye, and then as you practice with your eyes, you can see you want to make them kind of similar in size and in shape. And there's the plain black eyes. And now I'm going to do a nice little touch here. I'm adding some lovely lashes on the llama's eyes. These are just little lines of black on the outer edges. And you can see it's just going to really make this, well, beautiful. Just lovely. Okay, and I'm taking that same black with that same small brush, and I'm putting a little bit of black on there and making its little hooves. Just a little square, no detail really needed on this step. Well, now what we want to do is add some highlights. So I got a new, smaller brush, and I'm going to put plain white. And look at this, I'm going to add some plain white hair. And this is just like little itty bitty spikes and brush strokes, just making some texture right on the top of that noggin. Look at that. Very good job. I know yours is looking good. And you can see it's okay if it's not perfect. I love that it's imperfect. And now what I'm going to do is start adding highlights and little kind of lines and dashes all over this llama just to give it the illusion that it's a furry animal, because that's what llamas are. They're a little furry. Oh, new color time, new color time. There it is. We got our bright, beautiful blue. Well, we don't need to worry about using it on our sky, but what we do want to do is we're going to take that blue. We're going to take our little brush, and we're going to mix some blue and red, and that's going to make purple. Because Skylar says she really wants to make sure she has that purple flower in her llama's ear, or right on top there. So all you do is you take that purple brush and you make a few little shapes, like almost like ovals. So there's one oval. There's another oval going on the next side. Watch, we're going to make another oval coming down. Yeah, see, look at that. And you make them just kind of a little bit random. That way it looks a little bit, they're uneven. It looks a little bit more realistic. You don't have to be perfect. And now we want to take another little brush, put a little bit of yellow on there, and make a nice little dot in the middle for that beautiful flower. That's it. We're done. I'm so proud of you. Keep it going.